Hello everybody, Midsummer here, and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles. In the last episode, we proceeded through Chapter 8, The Woodland Snare, where a mortar attack separated Welkin and Alicia from the rest of the squad, and they had to basically sneak under cover of darkness past the enemy line in order to try to find some shelter because Alicia had gotten injured. And while there, they encountered a badly wounded enemy soldier, attempted to provide what aid they could, but ultimately his injuries proved fatal. And the game here kind of confronted us with the fact that the nameless, faceless mooks that we have been mowing down on a regular basis in these battles are actual people with lives and families and everything else. And yeah, war sucks. So, after all of that, we had to go through another battle where we had to try to get Alicia and Welkin back to the squad and then take the enemy base. It took me a couple of attempts to get through it because mistakes were made, people died, and I had to start over. So, we got that done, and we are now all the way through the chapter, and it does appear that the squad is beginning to bond pretty well. Even the racist members of the squad are kind of bonding with Isara, who is a Darkson. So we are on to Chapter 9, a Midsummer Incident, but as always first, we are heading back to headquarters to pick up what we can here and see what it is we can do. Always first, want to hit the war cemetery, see if this guy has anything for us, even though it may not be worth spending.
I'll teach you healing request today.
Okay.
Use it to request a medic to heal a single allied unit's wounds. Well, what is your decision?
6,500 EXP, I will take the order.
Very good. I hope.
You know, as you know, you're probably seeing I tend not to use orders a lot, but in theory, I may at some point want to use it, so never hurts to have the option.
Dropping by to read the writing on the wall?
Alright, we have some new news. Central forces team up. Alright, after months of deadlock, the southern Gallian force broke through the defenses at Norville on the 14th. Built along a natural wall of thick forest, the enemy encampment had managed to resist all prior advances. According to the official report, Regiment 10 of Gallia's army was responsible for this victory, but our on-site correspondent calls it a militia win. En route back from their operation at Barrius, Squad 7 of the militia's 3rd Regiment met with a surprise attack from the Imperial defenses at Norville and engaged the enemy in combat. Squad 7's brilliant efforts created a crack in the Empire's defense that Army Regiment 10 was able to exploit in a swift blitz, breaking the Norville defense line apart for good. So our little operation there was critical to the effort in the region. Alright, good. GOS to be cancelled. Okay, what's this? An EGP release issued on the 20th announced that the Glory of Speed, GOS, Europa's top motor race, has been called off for the year. This marks the first such cancellation in the event's 24-year history, likely the result of difficulties in hosting an international race of this scale amid the worsening conflicts unfolding across the continent. The progress being made by automobile makers today is largely drafted into military use, and more than a few manufacturers has spurned such public events for fear of trade and, by extension, government secrets being leaked, further informing the decision to call off the race. These explanations offer little solace, though, to disappointed racers and their fans. Alright.
So, come to make a donation to the Get Ellet's Name.
Alright, any new chapters? Nope. Alright, so we'll head out of there.
Come back and see the writing on the wall again soon. I'll be waiting for you.
Alright, and R&D facility.
Welkin, bro!
Let's see what we've got. And we can finally take our first specialization for the standard rifles. We have 3 options: firepower boost, accuracy boost, and added effect. So let's take a look. So firepower boost gives us 1 additional armor versus personnel, 1 additional damage versus personnel, 1 additional damage versus armor, but keeps our range and accuracy pretty much the same. Well, 1 additional armor as compared to the accuracy boost is actually 6 additional armor, 6 additional damage from what we currently have for armor, and 2 additional damage versus personnel. Alright. And I tend to like to go with the accuracy boost for the rifles, because this is going to increase the range of rifles, their effective range, by 20 units. So we're going to go for that.
All set for you, bro. It's done.
Because I tend to use, like, scouts as kind of like semi-snipers. To try to take enemies out at increasingly long ranges. So that's what we're going to do there. And then we probably have, only 2 of the specializations here. Oh, and there's the added effect is defense down, which we were running into that added effect a bunch against enemy soldiers in the last battle. But I'm going to go straight up for firepower boost. Just make the guns do more damage.
All set for you, bro. It's done.
Alright. And then we have a firepower boost on the anti-tank lances.
It's done.
And then we have options for sniper rifles. Again, firepower boost, accuracy boost, and added effect. So GSR 10, or do we go the Brondel M1? You know what? I'm going to go with the accuracy boost on sniper rifles. If you don't hit, then it doesn't matter how much damage you're doing. Alright. And nothing for grenades. Better armor.
All set.
And better armor. Alright. And then we have the Edelweiss. Improved machine gun.
Here you go, bro.
And then we have drive system 4, reinforced coil. Not worrying about it right now. Radiator upgrade, hard steel plate. Crit defense plus 130.
All set.
I'm not going to worry about that either. If I'm driving the tank correctly, we shouldn't have to worry about it. Expand capacity for the magazine. Again, I'm not worried about that so much. But we'll unlock everything just so that I have the options. Alright. But we're not going to really worry about setting up the tank at the moment.
Come back again soon.
And then training field. I'll try and make this a little bit fast. We're gonna try to get everybody that is not currently level 9 to level 9. Alright, we got some more potentials, and we're just gonna dump the rest of the XP into scouts. Alright. And command room, just to see if we have any new recruits.
Hello. Oh, and there
have been some new recruits. We have Ramona. She likes Edie, Cherry, and Audrey. Neat Freak, Chatty Cathy. She's not a bad scout. Some pretty decent HP as well. Does not look like she has any, like, environmental bonuses. Jane, Child Nature, Lancer Killer, Imp Hater. And that's it. Okay, I'm not going to worry about making any changes in the squad at the moment. Alright, so back to book mode. Personnel tab has been updated. Weaponry tab has been updated. You know what? So we have the Gallian S, which is a new rifle we just unlocked. Alright, so firing accuracy was a focal point when developers created this daughter of the original Gallian. Construction is 90% identical to that of its parent. Each part was farmed out to craftsmen specializing in various fields, combining to create a finely tuned gun. The barrel was also extended to an unusual extreme length to ensure a stable firing trajectory. Alright. We're not worried about that. Mags MXX. This is the new machine gun. An elongated barrel gave this model even greater rapid fire capabilities than the original. Between the noticeable change in size and performance, this series was given 2-digit model numbers. A water-cooled system and fully retooled action yielded smoother firing and made chambering and shell ejection failures a thing of the past. For soldiers in the front line, those little mishaps could easily spell death. This series allowed them to fight with one less thing to worry about. So that's a water-cooled barrel. That's interesting concept. We have the Tamer, anti-tank lance. Alright, the use of a reinforced warhead core and contact mechanism yielded gains in both stopping power and trajectory stability in this redesign of the Landcar model. The wing stabilizers derived from Professor Tamer's work vastly reduced projectile drift, an issue that had forced users of the original series to fire from point-blank range, which we have had to do on occasion. Greater effective range meant users could keep a safe distance, greatly improving their survival rate. Its effectiveness against Imperial tanks had soldiers calling it the Tamer. Alright, and GSR XX, which should be our new sniper rifle. By modifying and extending the barrel of the GSR, developers were able to achieve a much steadier bullet trajectory, while modifications made to the action itself further improved firing accuracy. Improving the gun's serviceability was also a priority, informed by real combat experience. All units were shipped with a cleaning rod and maintenance kit stored in the gun stock, meaning tools were never far from reach. In function and reliability, this line universally outperformed the original. Alright. Just a little extra info there. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to the episode select and start watching the first scene of the new episode.
Welkin Gunther reporting, Captain.
Hey, Welkin.
You got called in too, Faldio?
I apologize for calling the two of you in on an off-duty day. Princess Cordelia has graciously extended banquet invitations to the three of us.
What? But why us?
It seems you two will be recognized for your successes at Vassal and more recent ops. The event will be held tomorrow at the castle.
Oh. I'm not really good with the formal stuff.
What are you, crazy? Do you have any clue how rare a chance to meet the princess is? They say that House Rangries, the Archdukes of Gallia, are descended from the Valkyria. If that's true, Princess Cordelia herself is a Valkyria, and we get an audience with her.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Just don't forget to wear dress uniforms, gentlemen. I'll meet you both at Castle Randgries tomorrow evening. You're dismissed until then.
So much for my plans to go bird watching tomorrow.
Suck it up, Welkin, it'll be fine. Alright. So, the next scene here, the optional one.
I hope they don't mess this up.
Sorry to keep you, Captain.
Goodness, Welkin, I hardly recognized you.
Yes, Captain. Alicia helped me get ready this evening. She kept punching me when I told her she couldn't come with me. I'm still sore.
Well, consider it combat experience.
Wow, Welkin. No grass stains or anything.
Very funny, Faldio. Nice hat, by the way.
Yeah, I never did like the look of these ugly things. I've been boycotting them.
Hey, don't you all look nice?
Good evening, Miss Ellett. Here to cover the banquet tonight?
You know it. Apparently, an ambassador from the Federation's been invited to the party. I smell a plan to sign up an alliance between Gallia and the Federation at work here.
But Gallia's national policy has always been to shun alliances and remain neutral.
I figure it's mostly the idea of Prime Minister Borg, Princess Cordelia's regent. He's using her youth as carte blanche to do whatever he and the other nobles want. With all due respect, the princess isn't much more than a mouthpiece for his policies now.
Ugh. We're about to attend a banquet, and now I've gone and lost my appetite.
It's about time to enter. Let's go.
Ah, so Gallia is under a regency, because the princess is too young to rule. Alright, so let's go ahead and watch the next scene here.
Your Highness, thank you for your presence on this occasion. Might you grace this assemblage with a word?
Honored ladies and gentlemen, if I may, I appear before you today at the peak of joy. For now, two great powers join together. Gallia and the Federation pledge their allegiance as we seek to build together an eternal peace for Europa.
Know this. The honor of dear Gallia, in fact her very freedom, is currently under attack and hangs by the thinnest thread you can imagine. But, while Princess Cordelia remains on the throne, she who is the scion of the Valkyria's ancient blood promise, no force on this earth will ever see this nation defeated. Is that not so, Princess?
Yes, I draw strength from the Valkyrian bloodline, and my heart is a repository of justice.
I am nearly at a loss for words. The privilege of brokering peace with you, Your Highness, has been the greatest honor of my life, and I thank you for it. With bountiful stores of Ragnite, and your strategic position between East and West, you've become the foundation of Europa. In this time of peril, the Foundation is grateful, and happily joins hands in crushing the Imperial threat before us.
They just want to be sure they're the ones who control us when this is over. Make no mistake, the Federation would conquer Europa the same as the Empire. This is stupid.
It is hard to accept what he's saying.
As long as we fight as one, the Empire's forces will never be a danger.
We shall topple the Empire, and rid the world of their threat. And then we shall unify Europa and govern under our great banners.
All of Europa. Well, there's something we haven't heard before.
We're not fighting this war so we can invade another country.
Absolutely. All we want is to keep our homes and our families safe.
Now, my friend, let us put an end to all these formalities and raise a glass to honor this historic alliance.
Yes, a toast to the shining future that awaits. Cheers!
Cheers!
Where are you going?
I've got a bad taste in my mouth. This is garbage. I'm out of here. I'm going home, Welkin. See ya.
Faldio?
So, we have an alliance with the Federation, but all does not seem to be well. Seems like somebody is taking advantage of their position of power, as usual. Alright. So, next scene here, the Valkyrian bloodline.
I'm glad that's over.
We should be heading back soon. I believe the exit was this way. Oh!
Princess Cordelia!
I'm so terribly sorry. Are you all right, Your Highness?
I am unharmed.
I cannot begin to apologize. Please forgive my clumsiness.
Do not trouble yourself. I bid you a safe return and a good night.
Your Highness, are you really in support of an alliance with the Federation?
Lieutenant Gunther, have you lost your mind?
Please forgive me. I'm aware that what I'm saying may be out of line. But seeing you tonight, I got the feeling that your opinion is being ignored.
I am still young. All political matters are handled by my regent, Borg. The protection of Gallia and of the Valkyrian bloodline is my fated onus. Their protection does not require my personal feelings. I need only live by the laws set forth by those who come before me. I bid you once more, good night.
Your Highness.
Do you copy? It's me. The mark is alone. Now is our chance. You know the plan. Have the armored car on standby. Once I have the mark, I'll be there.
Well, I'll leave you here. Good night, Welkin.
Good night, Captain.
Wait! Hold it, Verrat! Verrat! Terrible news.
General Damon, what's the problem?
Princess Cordelia's been kidnapped!
Kidnapped? It can't be.
Yes, it was that Federation ambassador. He was a spy all along.
So the Federation takes her under their protection, and Gallia along with her. Typical, considering the sorts of backroom dealings and extortion they've used till now.
So get on it! Verrat, you've got to get her back!
Understood. Lieutenant, gather your squad immediately.
Yes, Captain.
Alright, so apparently it was all a front. They are gonna try and kidnap the princess so they can seize control of the country without firing a shot. Alright. So the next optional scene, Dreams of the Sky.
Hey, Casey, what is that thing?
It's an airplane. The first test flight succeeded during EW1. Now research is going on all over the world.
Whoa, so this is what one of those things looks like. Man, I want up in one.
Oh, hello, Leon. Kreese?
Hey, Sarah, you got the day off. What are you hanging around here for?
Wait, let me guess. Are you building this airplane, Isara?
Yes. There's still a ways to go before it's complete, but the basic construction is done.
Leave it to you, Isara. You learned all this on your own?
I'm working from documents my father collected before his death.
That's amazing. I'm so impressed.
So where are you flying to once it's all done? Going on a trans-Gallian tour, maybe?
First, I'd like to take my brother up in it.
Once, when we were young, he and I were out bird watching when he mentioned it. That he wished he could fly like they did. That's my goal. I've been pursuing this project bit by bit in my free time.
Oh, that's real sweet. Hey, Sarah, can I ask you a favor? Please, let me help you build your airplane.
What?
I want to become an engineer of your caliber someday, Isara. I feel like watching you work would help me learn a great deal. Please, Isara.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hey, then can I help out too? Come on.
You don't mind?
Of course not. I may not look bright, but I've been working my butt off in R&D for a while.
Of course. Well, thank you both.
All right!
That's the emergency siren.
What's happening at this hour?
Let's ready the Edelweiss. I'm sure that whatever it is, it's urgent.
Absolutely. I'll help you prep it.
Alright, so yeah. Aircraft development in this universe is very limited at the moment. So, let's go ahead and start up the actual combat section here.
We have an emergency on our hands. Princess Cordelia has been kidnapped by Federation operatives.
Alright, so the armored vehicle carrying the princess is headed for the port at the southern end of the combat area. Spread out your soldiers and stop that vehicle. Objective is to disable the vehicle's engine and rescue Princess Cordelia. Use rifles and machine guns to strike the vehicle's weak point and bring it to a stop. Explosive weapons like tank cannons, lances, and grenades are off limits. The risk to the princess is too great. Letting that car reach either of these 2 points will mean allowing their escape, and we can't let that happen. Alright, so we got word the Federation Special Forces have been sighted in the area, and they'll be protecting the vehicle. They may be wearing Gallian uniforms, but they're real feds. Don't think twice about pulling those triggers. It's a dark night out there, you won't be able to get a visual on enemies past a certain distance. Stay sharp. Alright. Armored car's engine is destroyed is what we need to do. We fail if we blow it up, or if it reaches the harbor. Or Welkin dies, or the typical things. Alright. So while it would be nice to get a lot of scouts in here because they're very mobile, we are going to need some shock troopers because they're the ones that actually have the firepower to do what needs to be done. So I think what we're going to do... We have the Edelweiss, but I don't think we're going to be using it that much. We're going to get Alicia out here. We're going to probably want Rosie, of course. And another shock trooper in this area. We're going to want someone who's going to be good fighting in an urban environment. Tank lover, ambush spotter, melee skills, lancer killer. Child of nature, child of nature, country bred, child of nature. I think Salinas is probably our best option here. We aren't going to be bringing any lancers because we don't want to. They're pretty much useless to us. They're not going to help anything. And we're just going to bring a bunch of scouts. Let's see. What do we got? Trooper killer, evasion boost, first aid boost. Nocturnal. Sounds good. It's a night mission. One of the few in the game. And we'll be using Ica. Because he's just that good. Alright. Yeah. Let's go ahead and deploy. And hope we got a good setup here.
Your mission is to rescue Her Highness unharmed. Failure isn't an option on this one, soldiers.
They can't get to the harbor. We stop them here. Squad 7, move out.
To the harbor, full steam. The ship's waiting there to take us out of Gallia. Apologies for the cramped quarters, Your Highness. We'll have you comfortable soon.
Lieutenant, it's likely the ambassador has the princess with him inside that armored vehicle. Use firearms to stop it with minimal force, then recover the princess. Don't lose them. Tank shells, anti-tank lances, and grenades are off limits. You could harm the princess.
Understood, Captain.
Welks, even if we can't attack with it, the Edelweiss can still block their path. Yeah, on a narrow road like this, there's no room to slip past a tank in your way.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get the princess back safe.
This is actually not the first time I've attempted this, because I moved all my characters into position the last time I did this, and an enemy scout just kind of waltzed into our base and took it. So that was rather annoying. So we're going to have to be careful about that. Alright, Alicia,
Okay.
we're going to move her first.
Enemy sighted!
And there's the enemy.
Now!
Take him out.
Just keep up this pace.
Alright, there is the enemy vehicle, right there. This Lancer's gotta go, though.
My turn, okay?
Alright, so let's just pop him.
Target silenced. Head for the next one.
Alright, and we're gonna tuck her in behind this container. And this thing is gonna move in this direction. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move Frisia up here. And my plan, we'll see how it goes, is to kind of let the enemy advance somewhat. And then we're going to ambush it kind of right here at this intersection where everybody is. We're going to put everybody kind of behind these containers. And when it drives in here, we're going to jump in behind it. And then we're going to burn it down. Alright, so I'm going to bank those 2 CP. Though I could have moved Ica. That is probably something I'd do next turn. See, here's the guy that really screwed me up last time, because he moves twice. Hi, you're not taking the base this time. Alright, now, they said that we can't use tank shells, anti-tank lances, or anything like that. But they never said anything
Rest easy. I'm on.
about the tank's machine gun.
Hello, my lovelies.
Alright, so Salinas, you park yourself facing that direction, just in case someone comes down that road. And
Let's do this.
Rosie, you park yourself over here too.
Here we go.
Alright, Edelweiss.
Welks, do you see the vehicle's headlight?
You're right. We can use those lights to tell its position and orientation.
Get the princess out of there safely.
I'm basically just going to use the Edelweiss's mobile cover. Alright, now hopefully this doesn't fail the mission. Can I actually hit this? A little bit. Okay. So that does work.
Right, here I go.
Alright, Aika, you start moving towards the Bane camp.
Don't leave cover without good reason.
Alright, let's put you in there. Alright. And I'm going to bank the CP. If all goes well,
Mr. Ambassador, Allied units have reached their station, sir.
You don't get to be my age without learning to plan for contingencies.
Damn. They had backup waiting in the wings.
okay, no problem.
Keep an eye on enemy positions when moving, Sevens.
As long as you don't have any Lancers, we'll be fine. Now, is it actually limiting my CP?
My turn, okay?
So it doesn't seem like I'm building up CP like I should be.
There! It's going that way! Don't lose it!
Enemy sighted!
Alright, start pumping fire into that radiator. Okay, it's gonna move down here.
Here we go!
Alright, let's move the Edelweiss into position.
I can't believe they took the princess.
What I'd like to do is somehow get this in position where I can use it for some cover. Okay, it did some damage, but not a lot. Oh, now I'm actually covering it up.
Let's do this thing.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. We needed to move one more space, I think.
I'm ready to go.
And let's get Frisia in position here, just so that she has cover. And then we're going to let this go for one more turn.
Right, here I go.
Don't make this hard on yourself.
That's interesting. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to stay behind with the base. Yeah, we're like not getting the CP we should be getting.
Let's do this thing. Enemy sighted.
All right, well let's get all over it. I'm basically just going to continue to use Rosie. There's going to be nowhere that she's going to be able to go.
Here I come.
But I think I may be able to get this done this turn.
Let's do this.
Because she's got 4 more volleys she can put into this thing. And this ought to do it. Alright, 3 more volleys.
Let's do this thing. Go down.
Alright, 2 more volleys.
Let's do this thing.
Yep, and 1 more volley.
I'm on it. Go down.
There it is.
Operation complete. Let's get Her Highness out of there.
An A rank. There we go.
Your Highness, are you all right?
I am unharmed.
Oh, good. Being princess ain't all fancy dinners, huh? Gotta be hard carrying a whole country.
Can it, Rosie? That's the Princess of Gallia you're talking to.
No, it's quite all right. She speaks the truth. As scion of the Valkyria, it is my fate to live and die for Gallia's well-being.
Are you sure that isn't just your excuse, Your Highness?
What?
If you label the status quo fate, you can run from the responsibility of changing it.
You too, Welkin. Have a little respect here.
Every living thing in this world struggles to live and pass life on to a new generation. They use all the instincts and animal wisdom they can just to live that one day longer. That powerful animal will to live is... I think it's a beautiful part of nature. Your Highness may be descended from Valkyria, and that may carry a burden. The old ways and traditions you follow may be important to uphold. But I hope that you won't throw away the will to live your own life because of them.
That's enough, Welkin. Give it a rest.
Perhaps it is as you say, and I have been running from responsibility unknowingly. It is indeed mine to consider my life's role within the Valkyrian bloodline.
Your Highness.
I am most envious of your ability to speak your mind so frankly. But time enough remains to consider my role by my own will. Thank you for your words, Lieutenant.
Not at all.
Wow, even a princess's gut'll wake up and say hi when it's empty.
I am.
Rumbling bellies are a clever bit of animal wisdom all humans share. Alicia, have we got anything to eat?
You bet. I brought some of the cinnamon rolls I baked this morning. Here you are, Your Highness.
Thank you kindly. I have not had such bread before, but it is quite agreeable.
I'm glad.
All right, let's get Her Highness back to the capital.
All right, so we managed to rescue the princess, and we are now back at the capital. And, you know, apart from that one little slip up, which, you know, is getting cut out, because it like the battle barely lasted 2 minutes because I, got my troops out of position. But that's okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and watch the next scene.
And so Princess Cordelia returned, safe through the efforts of Militia Squad 7. Its leader, Welkin Gunther, was celebrated as rescuer to the nation's sovereign and awarded the prestigious Gallian Medal of Honor.
Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, step forward.
Sir!
For excellence in valor and deed, you are hereby awarded this honor. Your Highness, please bestow the medal upon the young lieutenant.
Gladly. Congratulations, Lieutenant Gunther.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Though I have yet to reach an answer, your question drives me still. To understand my responsibility as sovereign and as a single human life.
Your Highness.
Oh, and know that one tradition already lies sundered by my will. I had the cooks add cinnamon rolls to my daily breakfast.
Alicia will be happy to hear it.
Lieutenant Gunther, you forget yourself.
Sir, my apologies.
With this, today's ceremonies are ended. Highness, would you grace us with a word?
Lieutenant Gunther, I hope your allegiance to Gallia stands firm evermore.
Yes, Princess.
Lieutenant Gunther, I am sorry. There is something more I have not told you. Please, be safe.
Alright, and we have one more scene to watch.
Welkin, I'm coming in.
Sure, it's open.
Ooh, is that it? Not bad, man. You sure made a name for yourself this time.
It was pure luck I was there.
So have you seen the headlines? The ones that say nothing about the kidnapping? That reporter tells me Borg's the one pressuring the media into suppressing it.
But why suppress it?
If word got out about what happened, Gallia's relationship with the Federation would suffer. We've got our hands full fending off the Empire. We can't afford a war on two fronts. So he has the whole thing covered up. I'll bet he goes on acting like it never happened.
Wow.
Welkin, this hurts. It's painfully obvious how shaky Gallia's standing is. I know the world's history is an endless chain of big fish eating little fish. Both of us know the weak bow to the strong. It's history and it's nature. A minor nation like ours is an easy mark, even before you add the rift within our army. Welkin, no offense, but I hope nature's wrong this time.
I don't know what to tell you, Faldio.
Yep, so a lot of issues to deal with.
10. Liberation of Fausen.
Alright, but we are on to the next episode. Ooh, decorations tab? User conditions may allow you to proceed. Oh, right, we can see our medals. And I think Princess Cordelia is going to have a bunch of stuff to give us. Cordelia waits in the audience hall. Yep, she has a bunch of stuff to give us. So we actually now have the decorations tab, where we can go in and see the various medals we've earned. We have earned the Gallian Medal of Honor. It's given to a Gallian who has performed exemplary service in a military or civilian office. Alright. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to end the episode here. And we will get started with the next chapter when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.